You know, some people age like a fine wine, and some people age like a can of special brew left on a hot windowsill. Whichever one you are, get ready to talk about those pesky little emotions of yours, because it's time for another episode of I've Had a Rosé, Let's Talk About Feelings. Please welcome your host, Sam Lake. It was me the whole time. Were we recording?
The last minute.
I think that's in the pod then.
I'm not on a microphone, so it's fine.
Oh, don't worry. I'll add the captions. I've got Adobe Premiere Pro, not to flex.
I got that as well.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm going to start editing. It's going to be my future. I'm going to be an editing person. It took me an hour to work out how to turn on the software. And I thought, and then the next
Just to
day...
turn it on.
to turn it on. And then the next day to try and get the program working, I spent the whole day and I was like, this isn't for me, actually. This isn't my thing. Just
But
found
it's
that
the
out.
business now. We've got to be editors.
Yes, but some people don't, apparently. And that is me.
Well, some people hire people to do it.
That's what I've done, yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, because the time it would have taken me was just it was absurd.
Are you okay with us keeping that in the pod, or would you like us to edit it out? Because you couldn't edit it out yourself, could you? You wouldn't know how.
No. If there's anything that I want edited from this, I can't do it. I just have to try and not make a mistake this whole podcast.
Before you walked into the studio, you just threw a laptop that was on fire into a bin.
It's not for me.
You just went, I'm trying to play Candy Crush.
I've never done that.
Sorry, I feel like I'm really besmirching your character.
No,
We've barely started.
It's lovely. It feels reassuring, you know.
Oh, good. Oh, I'm glad.
You feel seen, you know.
I'll introduce you properly.
Okay.
And I'll make you sound like really smart.
Oh my God.
Well, how would you like to be introduced? Do you want people to think you're smart,
No.
a sexual object? Do you want people to think that you have lots of money? Do you want people to think that you don't have any money?
I like to lower expectations.
Okay.
That's what I like. So if you just do and then hopefully I can exceed them. But anytime I've tried to seem smart, it backfires real badly. So I just try and act like a fool, and it turns out it's quite easy for me. And that's what I do. And then people can sometimes be like, oh, that was really smart what you just said. And it's a bit patronising, but I'd prefer it that way.
No, I understand. Okay, I'll lower expectations.
Thank you.
Okay. Hello, everybody. We're here for another episode of I've Had a Rosé, Let's Talk About Feelings, where today my guest, she's not funny, she's thick and unfuckable. It's Harriet Kemsley.
Hello. That's just what I wanted now that I've got this divorce. That's exactly how I wanted the people to see me.
Oh, dear.
Thanks, Sam.
We'll edit out the bit where you asked for me to do that, and then I'll just seem horrible.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm okay. Yeah, I was I was walking so quickly here and I was like so impressed, but then it turned out I was walking the wrong direction. So it really undermined everything. And then I went to the wrong place, but now I'm here. So I felt a bit flustered when I walked in. But yeah, now, you know, recovering.
Now you're here and you're sat down. We're ready to
Lovely.
go.
It's
We can
very
kick
cozy
back.
here.
Do you think so? That's good. I hope people think it's cozy. We've made a slight adjustment. I mean, we could play Spot the Difference with people who are used to seeing the set, but you moved your little cap.
Oh, my little cappy.
Little cap.
It's there.
It's there. There it is.
Yeah.
Was that fringe merch, tour merch?
This is my fringe merch and then my tour merch. I'd never done it before, but turns out I'm a business bitch. So I started selling them afterwards, and it's really embarrassing because sometimes at the tour shows they set up the table on the stage, and so I say, "Thank you so much for coming. See you later," and then I kind of sidestep 5 steps to the table, and then everybody like goes to walk out, and I'm like, what if nobody stops? What if they all walk past and I just have to stand at my table, like so hopeful? But luckily, because of the human emotion of pity, I sell loads of caps. It's great.
I've never done merch. One time I gave away like little badges, but I wasn't selling
cute.
them. But I have this joke about weed, where I and weed like. And I joke that like I have loads and loads of like little baggies of weed on me, so if people stop me after the show I'll give them a baggie, but I think it's quite obvious that I'm joking because I don't sell drugs to anybody, no matter how nicely they ask. But I was doing a gig in Norway, and a couple people after the gig, I guess because sometimes they're just like, oh no, that was a genuine business offer, not a joke that you told on stage. They came up to me afterwards and be like, so the weed, where is it? Do you want money for it? Or like, we'll take some. And I was just like, I don't have any.
I don't have any on me. Do you like smoking weed?
I haven't done it in a long time, but when I did, yes. But not like habitually. Like I'd say like maybe like once or twice a year.
Yeah, I never was really into it. And then I went to America where it's legal now. And I went to Jersey. And my friend got from the dispensary these vape pens.
Oh, yes.
And it was so good. We went to the beach. I took one toke, fell asleep for 45 minutes.
Yes.
Woke up, took another toke, went into the sea, fell over in the sea and was just like rolling around in the sea like I nearly drowned. It was like I was in a washing machine.
Yeah.
But it was just incredible. I mean, it was incredible.
It's modern technology.
Yeah.
You can email weed to a pen. I think that's how it works.
I've got to get Adobe to work so I can do it. Because it's so, I don't know why, because I'm just not, I've never been that into weed over here, but over there it's great.
But I think, is it not, if you've got genuine medicinal reasons, it is legal now. Because I went to, do you know what, I'm going to be very brave and vulnerable. I was going to get a prescription for steroid-infused suppositories. And there was a poster up that said you can get prescription cannabis now.
Is it pineapple flavoured though?
I don't know.
I think that's part of the reason it was so good. It was pineapple flavoured.
Was it pineapple flavoured?
It was so delicious. Because I don't even like vaping, but just this, it was so good.
Oh, well, sometimes you walk through somebody else's vape cloud and you're like, oh, that smells like Pity for Lou.
Yeah. Yes, that's because they are targeting it at children.
Yeah, there is children. Yeah, smoking for kids.
Yeah.
And what's wrong with that?
Yes, come on.
Time to introduce this week's sponsor, Smoking Vaping for Kids. Should we talk about your drink? Because I'm really excited to try it. And it turns out my husband is a huge fan of this particular beverage.
I think you and your husband will get on.
Yeah.
Because you said, what drink would you like? And then I said this because I thought it'd be funny because it was quite demanding. And then on the train ride here, I realised how difficult it would be for you to get it.
It was very sweet of you to double check, like, hey, is this too much? And I was just like, well, we'll definitely do our best. But if you've got a backup drink, let us know so we can get that instead. Your backup drink was a vodka Coke. And I would say that's a very different vibe to what this is.
Yeah, there's something about vodka though. It's like I can't, before I do a show or after a show, like I can't drink wine or beer because I get sleepy. But vodka, it's anybody listening at home, I can't recommend it enough. It just keeps it just gives you a little pep. I just always have a vodka before I go on, and then I just keep drinking vodka, and I'm fine. I don't have hangovers. It's great.
I've never heard anyone say, guys, you've got to get into vodka. You've got to get into vodka.
You've got to try it because I can be really bad with drinking. Like I can have these like all day hangovers where I vomit for 12 hours.
Yeah.
And that's like from wine, I think. But vodka, it's something suits me. It just gets me going.
It hits differently.
Yeah, but gin isn't the same. Guys, not gin. Vodka.
Just voddy?
Yeah.
Did you ever do that thing at uni when you would pour a bottle of Glen's vodka in through like a Brita filter, a water filter?
No.
Oh, you were nodding like you were about to say, yes, I did do that.
I thought you were going to say, and then put squash and water in it, because then you rehydrate as you dehydrate.
Oh, that's science.
that's my
Are you a woman in STEM?
Yeah.
But so we've not got a vodka Coke. We've got an iced blueberry oat matcha latte.
You nailed it, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why these? I understand you were saying before you'd have one of these every day of the Fringe.
Yeah, I'd have them on my walk over the bridge because they sell them at Black Sheep Coffee.
They sure do.
And they're really good because I don't know why. I think matcha, you feel a bit like, oh my God, am I in LA? And so it's like got that kind of vibe. So you feel kind of healthy, even though it's like infused with like literally all sugar.
I love the thought of you walking over the bridge, looking at the rail yard. There's rain everywhere, and you're going like, oh my God, am I Hayden Panettiere? Oh no, not her. She's going through a rough time. Sorry, Hayden. I didn't mean to use your name there. Sorry, I apologise. Well, can we try?
Please,
I'm really
want to know
really excited.
So David likes this, but you don't know if you like it yet.
I don't know.
You have to mix it a
'Cause
little bit.
I can see there's some settling happening, which hey, we're colonisers. But cheers.
My daughter's really into cheersing. She goes,
That's adorable.
Cheers, everybody, let's eat. It's cute.
I love it. I love kids adopting habits that adults do. When my brother was 4, he would do our taxes.
Wow, that's handy, actually. That's useful. Give me his number.
Steady on.
You hate it? No, don't say you hate it. Do you hate it?
No, I really like it.
You said that.
I feel like I'm drinking a blueberry muffin. And do you know what? I can't taste...
That's why I like it. It's like a muffin in a glass.
It's like a muffin. It's like
That's why I like it.
It's like you're drinking a muffin.
Yeah, it's probably got the same calories as well. I gave up muffins and I just started drinking
can't taste the
these.
matcha either.
Well, that's why it's good. Yeah, because matcha's not that delicious.
Tastes so
yeah.
green.
It's very bitter. Yeah, but I think the straw is at the beginning. The straw is like in the blueberry stuff, so you have to lift the straw up a bit, and then you get more of like the
is that
matcha.
really going to change the game for me? Oh, I might have just broken the straw. Oh, yeah. So now that I've done that,
you
that's
just had a
gash.
pure blueberry.
That's not good.
You do get used to it.
So do you drink regular coffee, or are you someone who's like, I go for matcha for my energy?
Yes, no, all of it.
You just get it in
you. You can't keep drinking coffee, so then, but like it's quite bad because I probably have like a coffee habit where I have to buy a coffee, but then now I also like have to buy matcha, so it's like it's just building up. Yeah, it's a lot.
I literally yesterday, so my friend Karen Hobbs, who I don't think has listened to a single episode of this podcast, but if she did, there she is. You know Karen.
Oh, I know Karen.
Oh. Don't we just? I was staying with her I was staying with her last week in London, and I got from Joe and the Juice a coffee with lavender, a shot of lavender.
What is
Have
that
you
like?
had it tastes
like candle.
It tastes like lavender, but it's like it was surprisingly nice. So I during Amazon do like their. It's not Black Friday, but like, it's a day of deals.
Yeah.
Buy all of your, buy your radiators or whatever. I bought, I don't know why I said radiators.
That's like all the things Amazon said.
Buy our radiators.
I don't know if Amazon's the thing I would think of immediately.
I could have said so many other things.
Yeah, literally any of the things.
Buy a new phone, a computer.
Yeah.
Because your old one's on fire and in a bin. So I bought I bought a bottle of lavender syrup. To make them at home.
It's not the same.
It's not quite the same.
Yeah, but
nearly there. And but it also came with rose syrup. That's a bit.
Hate rose. I hate the flavour of rose.
I like the flavour of rose, but I feel like in a coffee it doesn't work.
Soap.
And I also bought these things from America that I thought were a really cool thing, but I think I got the wrong ones. Coffee creamers. That
I've seen on TikTok.
Yeah, because I got a French vanilla one. Because when I was in Canada. Oh my God, I'd have a Franny V every day. A French vanilla. Oh, and then David refused to sit with me whilst I called them a Franny V because he's upsetting. And it was like so it's like it's sugary. It's a sweetener and milk powder kind of thing, and you stir it in. It doesn't taste great.
Yeah, because they have the bottles of them over there, the bottled creamers. Which is
this
so
was
good,
powdered creamer.
Yeah, I don't think that's as good. Have you watched The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives?
So no, but. I know what you're going to say. You're going to talk about how in where they are, Mormon land, they they don't. It's like dry, so they only have like fancy sodas and stuff.
Yeah.
And I saw a clip of one of them giving her order, and it was like orange soda, mango soda, coconut cream, and then all of these syrups.
Yeah, they put this like 3 pumps of strawberry syrup.
Yeah. Is it a good show? Should I watch?
You know what? I didn't feel better after watching it. I think it's kind of fun, but it also makes you feel bad. I don't know. They're really like all going through something. Like they're not being treated very well. It's kind of wild what's happening over there. But they're doing really well on TikTok.
Well, that's what matters. And me and Claire, we watch Salt Lake City, The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Yeah, I can't really get into that one.
Oh,
I like Meredith Marks.
She's great.
Some people hate her. You don't like Meredith Marks.
This isn't a good start to the season for her or Whitney.
No.
But
I've seen a few things on Instagram where she's like, yeah, you can say what you want, but then you're like, oh, that means you're getting a bad edit.
I think basically if you're a privileged woman in her 40s to 50s who maybe tried being an actress, it didn't work out for you, and that's fine, and maybe now you've developed a small but manageable drinking problem.
I aspire to this one day. This is what I'm hoping for.
The peak of your career is getting drunk on a reality TV show and saying something that a bunch of gay men that you don't know think is the most iconic thing they've ever heard. And for Meredith Marks, it was when she was like stood outside and she was slurring the word rumours. And she was just like, oh, do you want me to bring up rumours? You want me to talk about husband? And now she just, and then you fully play up to it. You do a full PA tour. You take a couple press shots where you like sniff some guy's pop a necklace, and then that's you set. She's set for life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is she getting on better with her husband now?
Yeah, I would say so.
Nice.
Yeah, the first couple of seasons it was a weird thing, but then like they had some time apart. I think they saw other people for a bit and then they came back. And
wow, that's lovely.
yeah, it's good for them. It's good for them. I will bring up one more show before we talk about your chosen subject, because it's just put it in my head because you mentioned The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
It's a mouthful, isn't it?
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
But also good branding. Good branding. There was there's a show that I think they only made one episode of, and it's a good thing that they only made one episode of it. And it's a show that I believe is called I Promise My Husband's Not Gay. I keep seeing clips of it where it's men and women in the Mormon church, I believe.
Wait, I think I might have seen this on TikTok as well.
Because the men are gay. Yeah. They are gay. But they don't
promised.
They don't
but
say
they promised. How can they?
They promised. They promised. But they say they're not gay. They say they deal with something called SSA, same-sex attraction, and their wives marry
That's
them
not
and
gay.
go like, and then they go, yeah, he has SSA. He's not gay. He has SSA. But then you see them having these conversations. Like he'll go to his wife and go, yeah, so me and some of the guys, we're thinking of going on a fishing trip. Yeah, going on a fishing trip, and then she'll be like, you and the guys? Which guys? And then it cuts to him in a confessional going like, one time I had some guys over at the house when my wife wasn't there, and let's just say things got a little out of hand. And I was like, your wife was cleaning lube off the ceiling.
Yeah.
It was a good
Because in that clip, she was like, he was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go with the guys, and she was like, oh, what friends of yours? And she was like, oh, he's like, oh, I haven't met them. Oh, we've never met. Wait, what? They're your friends?
Yeah,
they're my friends.
Yeah, we met on a fishing forum. His username is DickDaddy76. Follow. Sounds like a good Mormon. Oh dear. I mean, I'm sad to say your chosen topic doesn't have anything to do with the Mormon Church. That's probably a good thing. And I say that we don't know it has nothing to do with the Mormon Church.
No, we can't know for sure.
In a sense, it is almost like a religion when it was at its peak. Because your chosen topic was Topshop.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what to pick. And then
No, go with whatever you feel.
I've been talking about it a lot recently, and then I was like, I think it's good to get it
There's
off my chest.
some recency bias.
You know? Yeah.
I want you to get it off your chest.
I think it's good.
Why do you think Topshop's been coming up for you lately?
I miss it. I think that I'm not very good with change. There's been a lot of change in my life recently, and Topshop was just always there for me, and now it's not there for me, and I'm really struggling.
It's not there for you.
I'm really struggling with it. It promised me it would be there forever. It's not there anymore. Yeah, I'm getting a divorce. It's nothing to do with that. It's about Topshop, actually. They really let me down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I think we're unpacking two things at the same time.
No, I think this is very much about Topshop, actually, Sam. I think you're fine.
Listen, Topshop, Top Man, loved it.
I
loved it.
Yeah. And I just can't believe it's gone. I just can't believe it. Like the one in Oxford Street as well. Like I just spent so much time there. Like when you're in town, like, that's just where you'd go. And it had like the pregnancy section, and it went before I was pregnant. And I just didn't have anywhere to go.
You knew where you were ready,
I was ready for it, but it had gone.
Yeah.
And I always, like, when we lived in Streatham, I was always like, I think Topshop's coming to Streatham, and everyone would be like, it's never coming to Streatham. And I was like, I think it's coming. And then one day at the end of our road, this new shop, you know, when it says like new shop opening soon, and I was like, it's going to be a Topshop.
It's going to be Topshop.
I was telling everybody, I was like, I know it in my bones, it's going to be Topshop, it's coming. And I cannot describe my anger when Tariq's halal meats Topshop. At the end of my road, I cannot tell you the disappointment.
Because famously, that's a menswear store.
Yes, famously. And I'm vegetarian, and so instead of having a Topshop, I just had to see like dead carcasses in the window every single day.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's not what you need. It's not what you need. It's kicking you when you're down.
Yeah, and it's still there, actually.
I have to say, for a while when after Topshop left us, I would still walk down the high street and think, oh, I need to buy a pair of jeans or something. I go, oh, I'll just nip into Top Man.
Yeah.
And then go, oh, it's not there.
It's not
like
there
that,
anymore.
I hadn't gone through the grieving process.
Yeah.
I really hadn't. If we think about the times when Topshop was there, the peak, especially the Oxford Street, that was a good one, because that was like 5 floors.
They'd have a DJ.
I have a DJ. There was a Lola's Cupcakes.
There was a Lola's Cupcakes.
For no business, they're not good cupcakes.
Everything was happening there.
They aren't. Claire, they're not good cupcakes.
Are you serious?
They're not good cupcakes. Do dry.
Wait, are you serious? You can tell what's a good cupcake?
Yes, if I put it in my mouth.
Wait, I just thought all cupcakes were good. You think there's some cupcakes that are good and some that are bad?
It's no Cuckoo's
I'll give you that.
Bakery.
It's no cookie.
Who's Cookie?
Cuckoo.
Who's this Cookie you speak of?
Cuckoo's halal meats. There's a bakery here in Edinburgh called Cuckoo's Bakery.
Where is it? Near here?
There's
What time's
Oh,
it
there's
shut?
3. Yeah, there's 3. Yeah,
They'll be closed.
Okay.
yeah, but they do cupcakes. They do full cakes. I found out about them because during lockdown, like in 2020, it was my husband's birthday, and I got a big birthday cake from them because we couldn't go anywhere. So I was like, oh, I'll throw your birthday party bit in the house, and I got his friends on Zoom and stuff. So I got him a cake, and it was a really good cake. It was a really good cake. So now we do that for each other every now and again. And then Claire sometimes gets the cupcakes, which is great because you can have a cupcake instead of a whole cake.
It's portion control. That's the thing
It's
with a
portion
cupcake.
control.
Yeah.
It's portion control. I mean, maybe occasionally we get too many cupcakes.
Oopsie.
Maybe occasionally, but hey, once in a while is fine. It's fine. I really want a cupcake
I
now.
really want a cupcake so bad.
Yeah. We could go tomorrow.
Yeah.
We might do. But, yes, so there was a Lola's Cupcakes.
There was a load of
DJ.
cupcakes. DJ. There was always a chance that you could be scouted as a model. So
I'm sorry. I maybe you can't relate to that is a possibility for me anywhere I go into. When I'm buying my halal meats, when I'm getting my cupcakes, when I'm getting my medicated suppositories at the gym. You get scouted as a model.
as a teenager, it felt like the stakes were really high. If you went to Topshop on Oxford Street, me and my friends would get really kind of dolled up, and you'd kind of walk outside really slowly and be like, wait, are they looking at me? Because it was always in like all the magazines or whatever. Then they got scouted outside Topshop, and you're like, wow, fuck.
I never knew that. I
Yeah,
never knew that people
yeah.
thought that could happen. There was a barber's, there was a hairdresser's on one of the floors.
Yeah, manicurist. It was.
Yeah.
It had everything. There's nothing like it exists anymore.
No, there was a vintage section as well.
Yeah, the vintage section was so good. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff in the vintage
Got
section.
some fun shirts that I wore in like photo shoots and stuff.
Yeah, and downstairs it had like individual kind of brands and stuff that was really good. And then upstairs, that's where the menswear was, so I never really went.
So
But
why
apart
would you
from,
be
why
in
would you
there?
bother to go there?
It's not for you.
It's not for me. But it was quite good at kind of just like helping men out if they were like in trouble. You know what I mean? If like they needed something.
Well, yeah, that's the thing though, isn't it? It would be the classic thing of like the women would always be happy to go with the men into the menswear section and be like, oh, you'd look nice in this.
Yeah.
And then the men would be like, you go into women's wear.
Yeah.
I'll see you outside. I'm not going in
Where
there.
they sit on a bench really sadly on their phones.
I saw a man say to his wife, like, okay, you go in. I don't want to go in there. It's not for me. It was a paper chase. It was stationary.
This stuff's not for me. Envelopes, no thanks.
I'm sorry, Sharon, I've looked at that pen for too long and now I'm dealing with some SSA. It's not good.
Were you quite when you wanted like a wardrobe refresh, if you wanted to get an outfit, was Topshop your first port of call? Would you ever dirty your feet with another shop?
You didn't need anything else. I mean, sometimes you would go into Miss Selfridge because it was attached and you didn't need to go outside.
Oh, it was, yeah.
You just walk through the arch, and so that was really good. And the good thing with Miss Selfridge and Topshop is that I'm vegetarian, so it's really hard to find stuff that's not leather. But the stuff there was so cheap that it would never be good quality, which is what I was always looking for. So that was really great. I did once, an ex of mine did get both a yellow suit and a flowered jacket, and both things I hated so much. But what's so difficult when you wear something that's so like overpowering is that every time someone sees it, they go, oh wow, like it's like if someone has like a new haircut that's jarring, they have to go, oh god, you've had a haircut, so they have to say, oh god, flower jacket. And so then he thought that everyone loved it,
right?
But it wasn't that. They
because it gets a reaction.
They just got a reaction.
You would see a lot of those people who would sort of like raid a rack of Topshop, get like a lot of stuff, wear it all at the same time, and those people would often end up on a show called Snog, Marry, Avoid.
Yes.
With the pod that was obviously just a woman off camera with a voice modulator, and then they turn up wearing Topshop's finest, but all at the same time.
It was one of the worst stars that ever came from Topshop, I think, was those long men's T-shirts. Do you remember those? Like, so it was like...
What do you mean as dresses?
The T-shirts would like come down to the knees. So it would look like they had just like the longest bodies. Yeah. And then these tiny little legs. Like, do you know those things that you kind of like wind up and then they like run like this? I don't know how to describe it. As,
like a toy, like a little toy.
Yeah, and then their little legs kind of move. It looked like they were like that. So that was really bad.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of the clothes there, they weren't exactly flattering or good quality. Like the jeans, I remember were just like you had these like skin tight jeans that were like so tight.
Painfully tight.
It
was the same for the men as well, because that was the thing. And also, am I remembering this correctly? They had different names for different styles.
Yeah.
It wouldn't say like straight or skinny or what? Straight cut jeans.
Straight or gay.
I didn't go. I need some gay trousers to put my gay legs in. Straight cut. You get a straight cut jeans. You get straight cut jeans, you get skinny jeans, then you have like super skinny jeans. And then at some point they would give those sizes like people's names.
Yeah, so there was always like Joni, which I guess was like Joni Mitchell, but I don't know if she loved that. But then it was just like loads of people, just like random names. Like, I guess there was like an Oliver, like Henry, or whatever.
Oh, I got both my feet into Henry. Couldn't get the rest of my legs in though. No, I had a pair of like bright, I want to say they were red, but I think most of the time they were like sort of like a dark orange.
Ooh.
They were a statement pair of trousers.
Yeah, there's something people would go, oh wow, orange trousers.
But they don't really do this anymore. If they do, I can't really find it anywhere. They used to do skinny jeans, but they were like really stretchy. And I actually didn't mind those because they were quite comfortable.
They were comfortable because they were so stretchy, but it like fit you. Like you could see every single part of your like anatomy. You could see inside you, like around the side of you. But
I didn't have to send nudes to people on Grindr. It's like, here's me fully clothed.
I don't have to take my trousers off for this one. Yes, handy, actually, really handy.
It was like, do you think Topshop was quite a British thing? Because I seem to remember Kate Moss being the one who was like, I'm going to take Topshop to New York. And I don't know if it ever really took off.
It didn't work. I actually went over to New York when it came out.
Did you?
Yeah, and it was like expensive. And so it wasn't like what it was there. And it didn't, I think they opened like a few shops and then it just like, it just didn't work.
Didn't have the stranglehold that it had here.
Yeah, it was so weird. Yeah.
I think they like, I didn't shop much anytime that I've been to America, but when I have, I think they just do it differently. Topshop, you go in, you fend for yourself. You try and squeeze into Henry. If he's not having it, that's on you. One time I went into a changing room, put on a pair of trousers that were too small for me, but I managed to do up the button, and I looked in the mirror, and then the button flew off into the mirror, ricocheted off the mirror, and then flung under the thing.
Oh,
and I thought I was going to get in trouble because I broke the trousers, and we were like, they're going to make me pay for these. And then a shop assistant just kicked the button back under the curtain.
That's how low they get.
Yeah, we don't care.
Yeah.
There's a woman giving birth in the changing room next to you. But in America, as soon as you walk it, you can't look at like a t-shirt for more than 2 seconds before someone goes like, are you all right? Do you need help with anything?
Yeah, I find that really
good
stressful, actually. I don't like that at all. I want to be completely anonymous in a shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yes, I know I'm laden down with things. Yes, I know it. I look like I can't manage this, but I don't want a basket. I don't want a basket.
Don't want a basket.
Yeah.
I've come into Topshop because I've burnt some bridges in my life. This is where I come to feel good. Just tell me where Lola's Cupcakes is and I won't eat there. So do you remember, this feels like way more emotionally charged than I mean it to be. Do you remember where you were when you read that Topshop was closing down? Because it happened slowly.
I still don't believe it.
You still don't believe it's happened?
I still don't believe it because it...
There's still some Topshop signs up on high streets.
The one in Edinburgh, it still has the storefront.
Still
the
has
one
the
in Oxford
storefront.
Circus hasn't been replaced.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gone.
Do you think it's that thing where like it's gone it's gone for now, but it's coming back?
Do you think it's coming back?
Okay, so
You heard a rumour?
no, I haven't had a rumour, but right, okay. You know the whole thing with Coke? Where like they made Coke. I'm going somewhere with this. They made Coke.
Coca-Cola.
And then they came out, yeah, Coca-Cola. And then they made, no, good point of clarification, actually. They made Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
And then they were like, we're going to come out with a brand new Coke. We're changing the recipe. It's going to be even better. And they brought it out. No, it was milk. And they were like, oh fuck, somebody's already made that. And they came out with new Coke. New Coke. And they didn't sell the old Coke. They just sold new Coke. That's really a deeper question.
Okay.
I promise I'm going somewhere with this.
What's happening?
So it was old Coke, and then they brought out new Coke.
When did this happen?
Like in the 80s, 90s.
Okay.
Came out
You're
with new
acting like
Coke,
this is
and
a thing everyone
nobody
knows.
liked it.
Okay.
Nobody liked new Coke. So then they were like, listen, we hear you. And so then they brought back old Coke, but they called it like classic. Coke Classic.
Yeah.
And everyone frothed up for it. Because they were like, oh my God, what we want is back.
Yeah.
So maybe Topshop has gone into administration, whatever. But actually, they're doing perfectly fine. Kate Moss is guarding that dungeon full of gold made from... and all of the models outside Topshop, they're all there.
Yeah.
And they're just like, we're just going to give it like maybe another year or two, and then we'll come back when the world really needs us.
Yes, but we did need them in COVID, and they didn't come back.
When did they go into administration?
It was before COVID.
Was it before?
I think.
Well, because you could still, for a while, you could still get Topshop and Topman stuff through ASOS.
You still can, I think, a bit. They've still got a few bits.
Which
That
felt a
was
bit like a
lovely
nicotine
analogy,
patch.
though. It was.
Yes, I think we can both agree. It took us a while to get there, and that's on me.
I feel like I've been watching some Trump videos recently, because you know how it like seems like is a theory
that
that he's
how
like
it
that he has
sounded?
like dementia, and that like people keep saying this is just like my granddad before they realise
You
that
know
he was on the
Topshop, we love Topshop.
And then when you
Kate
started
Moss.
talking about new Coke and old Coke, like, wait, is he okay? Because you're kind of staring him in the eyes, but then your words weren't making sense as like sentences.
I really thought your only confusion was like, oh, are you talking about cocaine or Coca-Cola?
No, that was just the beginning. Then there was a whole new level of confusion.
Maybe I'm not well.
I don't know. Yes. Have you taken any suppositories recently?
No, I haven't started because they said I don't need to. That's too much information. I'll save that for the bonus.
Oh, exciting.
Let's think. So when you walked into a Topshop, what kind of feelings are going through your head?
Just relief. Like it's just like relief. Like you're off Oxford Street. You're somewhere safe.
That is so true. Anytime I went into a Topshop, I would feel stressed and then relief because I got there.
Yes, but it doesn't make sense because everyone was always getting their handbag stolen. So
Yeah.
that relief was you shouldn't actually have ever been relieved. Also, it also
Stay alert.
Stay alert at all times. That's how they get you. Also, it was you would go downstairs, and because there was no natural light, it was all artificial, and it was so big, like you could never get a handle on it, and there was no signal. You could never find anybody that you'd come in with. You'd have to be like, meet me by the Afghan coats or something. And it was just. It was like this other land that I didn't mean. So sometimes you would just be completely exhausted.
And there are places you can go where you still feel like that, because like the Primark is quite big.
Yeah.
But I would say
that's just an endurance test, I think,
is.
though.
Primark has a slightly more feral energy, I would say. The first time I went to the big Primark, there was like, you know how like sometimes you go in and like there's just clothes all over the floor, and that's just like, yeah, we put them there. Do you want to buy them or not?
Yeah.
I swear, I went into Primark the first time when I moved to London for the first time. Went into Primark, and someone had fallen over from like 4th floor. They'd fallen over the balcony and just died.
What?
And they just put like a ton of like jumpers around where it happened. They'd obviously got rid of the body, but they just put like some stuff around where it happened.
That was their version of like yellow tape? With the Christmas jumpers?
Yeah, Christmas jumps.
Forming the body of the arms?
Yeah.
So they just carried on as normal?
Just carried on as normal. Because I remember being like...
That's a close the shop situation.
There's like a thing up there that looks like... There was like the barriers sort of like bent or something, or like there's a bit of it missing. And then there was like just a bit on the ground floor where you just couldn't go. And I was like, I wonder what's happened.
You close a shop. Surely you close. You don't just think, well, this is a good hour for us. You know? we got to get
Sorry,
back
this
to
is
it.
peak.
Yeah.
This
Get
is
that body
just like,
out of here.
we feel bad. Our condolences. Some people need those Afghan coats.
Yeah, there was just something special about Topshop. Like when I was younger, I worked at Debenhams in Canterbury, and that might be one of the worst places ever.
A
Debenhams. Yeah, Debenhams is just like, that lighting is so bad. Harsh. And I got paid £4 an hour. And I was really bad at it. Because I'm not very good at like standing up, and like it was a lot of like standing up. And especially under lights. Like
Wait,
I get a bit swayy.
Can we just circle back? I might have early dementia, apparently, when I'm trying to tell a normal story about Coke, which I think is very appropriate. You have trouble standing up.
I get a bit swayy after a while. Like I start rocking shit.
Do you need like a spirit level or something?
You're a stand-up comedian. Have you seen me on stage? When I started stand-up, for a while I started to wear a backpack on stage because it like grounded
to weigh you down.
weigh me down, and people still bring it up like it's like Josh Widdicombe always talks about. It's like his running joke about how I'd be wearing a backpack on stage.
Like that kid who did the flossing for Katy Perry. That was you.
That was me. Yeah, it was just to try and ground me, because otherwise, I don't know why I start moving from the head.
If I stand up for too long, I just fall over.
It's literally like that. It's like that. So I wasn't very good at it, and I get so drunk before my shift, like the day before my shift.
Now it's making more sense.
And once, like, I had to leave after I went to this pirate party, and then I went to an all-night rave, and then I turned up the next day dressed as a pirate, and then I hadn't slept, and my friends, she worked the Sunday shift, and I was working the Sunday shift that day, and she was like so mad because I was dressed as a pirate and I was late and I didn't have my uniform. And she was like, I've got a spare uniform in my locker you can use. And I was like, I don't think I can do it. I haven't slept. I'm dressed as a pirate. She was like, you got to get in there. Like, she was like really mad. And so I got changed into her outfit and I went in, and she was being so sweet, like, because I just couldn't function. She would just like sit me on a chair and then just pile loads of like coats on top of me so I could have a little rest. And then she had to go for lunch with like the manager who's there, and she was like, is she okay? And she was like, yeah, she's fine. fine. And so they left, and then I got sick, and so I ran upstairs and I had to vomit in the staff room. And then my friend found me like passed out, and I'd left the whole of the shop floor unattended. And the children's wear section was in a completely different building, and just no staff had been in there for like 45 minutes. And so it was agreed that I should leave.
It was agreed that you should leave.
It was agreed.
Okay.
It was agreed that I should leave. And so Debenhams has bad memories, but Topshop has really fond memories. Yeah. Yeah.
Because you didn't fall over in Topshop.
Because I never fell over in a Topshop.
No. Good for you, actually.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, good
but
for you.
But you never get that after a while. You just need to sit on a chair.
I mean, like, because I get tired,
How long
maybe.
can you stand for?
I've never tested it.
But you reckon you could stand for like 10 minutes, no problem?
Yes. Sorry, you're doing the show for an hour later.
Yeah, but I'm all over the place.
What? Hang on, is there an earthquake happening? What's going on? Is Edinburgh on a fault line?
I'm not known for my still and measured delivery, you know.
Oh dear.
It's interesting I've gone into this job, isn't it?
It is. I mean,
Yeah.
only the standing part.
I think I've only just started to understand how I'm not very good at standing. Like it's like a new kind of realization, because we went to this place to watch the football, and then like I'm like, no, I'm not very good at standing for very long. So I was like, oh, I'll get this chair. And we'd gone to this pub that was like a bit rough. And anyway, I got into a fight with the guy that owned the pub, and he was like really rough. And then because I was like sat on this chair, and then I got up to move my bags on the chair, and then he like got really annoyed, and he was like, I'm not trying to steal your bag. And I was like, no, I know you're not trying to steal my bag. I'm just trying to sit on the chair. But like no one else was sitting because everyone was watching the football, but I didn't care about the football.
Right.
And then he got like really mad at me, and we got into this like thing. And I think he thought we were like having fun, but like it wasn't very fun.
Oh.
And then he ended up chucking us out of the pub and barring us before the end of the final of the football.
Not the final of the football.
The final of all the football, you know, in the summer when they did that.
Oh, the World Cup?
England was playing.
Euros. Was it Euros? Was it Euros or the World Cup?
Euros or World, one of them.
Was it the World
The big
Cup?
one.
It was the Euros.
Yeah, the Euros.
It was the Euros.
So we got banned from the pub before the ending. So thank God we did lose, actually. Otherwise, people would have been really mad at me.
Oh, yeah.
But it's because I was trying to sit on the chair. So yeah, it's like a new realisation. You know, you learn about yourself as you get older.
You could get one of those. There's a thing that you can get where it's like trousers
Wheelchair?
that have. You could get a wheelchair. You could get, if it gets worse. I think that's what they would recommend. What I was getting.
You say trousers with this. I know what you're going to say. Do you think they had that? Do you think they had those at Topshop?
Trousers with the seat legs attached. So you just when you squat.
No, I
you have
can't be
seat
that.
legs.
I can't be that. I'm out there again. I'm single. I can't be like meet up on the date. Like,
Just you turning up at the bar and being like, so, do you want to go and stand somewhere? Because I totally can. I could do this all night if I wanted to, as long as there's a wall for me to lean on.
it's so nice to meet you. Do you want to sit down? And then I just slowly lower down into my own chair in my trousers.
Yeah, we needed a deep breath there, didn't we? Yeah. Producer Claire, how long have we been going?
45.
Okay, right.
Are you enjoying this?
This is actually going down a treat. The match has blended lovely. Do you have any final thoughts about Topshop?
I miss it. Please come back. I know Philip Green is a really bad guy. If somebody else could come and take it over.
I forgot about sort of like the capitalism of it all as well.
He's really bad. I think maybe Topshop did some bad things.
Yeah.
I don't condone that. But yeah, if somebody wanted to buy it, like how much do you think it is to buy?
Probably quite expensive. Well, it depends.
Not now. It's not. Nothing's happening.
No, but you got to buy the premises. You've got to buy. Oh, I'm gonna say premises. Premises. What's
like
the plural of
premises.
Premises. You've got to buy all the premises.
No, you stand by your premises.
Premises.
I think that's lovely.
Premises. Premises. Premises.
premises.
They're
It's
just
premises.
empty. They can just use the empty ones.
Yeah, but they'll be owned by
I
somebody.
know a Tariq halal meats that we should get. Get the hell out of it.
No, I'm going to say another thing, but it's going to be like the Coke thing.
Oh,
And,
no,
like,
no, please. No, I'll be more understanding and patient this time. Now I know.
McDonald's, the burger restaurant, they make most of their money through real estate, not through selling burgers, because it's a franchise. So people pay to start a new McDonald's franchise, but they pay like rent. So that's how McDonald's makes most of its money. So I could imagine, like, for Topshop, like the fact that they sell clothes and stuff, that's sort of like surplus to, that's like secondary.
Yeah.
They make all the actual people making money make their make their money off renting the building.
There we go.
Yeah.
It's actually a really smart business decision. I don't know. Do you have many like billionaires that listen to this podcast?
They don't have to tell
Billionaire
us.
Community. Do you have any?
If they are listening,
Yeah.
I'd be surprised.
Yeah. Because they keep saying they're going to make them on Oxford Street into a IKEA, but it doesn't make any sense because you have to go to IKEA with a car. Like everyone's going to be carrying flat pack wardrobes on the tube. It doesn't make sense as an idea.
No, it's so true. I once I bought a desk from IKEA, and this was my logic. It said it weighed 35 kilos, and I said to myself, I can bench 60. I'll have no problem carrying that on the... I can actually bench a little more. But I was carrying it at the time, 60. And I was like, I could definitely just carry that on the tube home. 35 kilos is quite a lot to carry.
Yeah.
Where was it, in fucking Neasden or wherever
My
it
dog
is?
weighs 5, so that's like 7 dogs.
I'm surprised you pick anything up, seeing as you struggle so much to stand. Do you hold the mic with both hands?
No.
No, okay.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
I have. No, but no, I hold it with both hands and I just kind of sway
I'm just
all
thinking
over
like a
the place.
balance thing. I don't
Yes,
know. I don't know.
yes.
Listen, we've got one last thing to do in this episode, and it's called Quickfire Feelings.
Sorry.
Have a final slip. Have a final slap.
No, that sounded really horrible.
No, I think some people probably listen for the slaps.
Oh,
the
guys, you're my
noises, the
OnlyFans then,
gulps.
okay.
Preach. We've got 5 random things. You just tell me briefly how they make you
Yes,
feel.
okay.
The first thing, we ask everybody this. How do you feel about dark chocolate?
Okay, so I eat it because I know I should, but I would always prefer a chocolate button.
A milky button.
Yes.
There is, you can get dark milk, which is a blend of the two.
What's
and
the
I'm just
point?
like,
What's the
correct.
point?
Correct.
I'll eat dark chocolate because it will stop me from eating. It won't even stop me from eating the whole bag. It doesn't even stop me, but I just don't enjoy it.
No.
So I do it, but then I feel bad. But all I ever want is giant chocolate buttons.
Giant chocolate button. Yeah, they're satisfying.
Good.
They're
What
very
is it
good.
about them that's just perfect? Then none of the others are the same. It's the shape.
Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I chew them. Sometimes I just let
Yeah,
them
you just
melt.
put them on your tongue.
I
It's
let
so
them put them on my tongue.
good.
How do you feel about whale tails, which was that phenomenon where the thong would be like high up and visible above the trouser?
I took part in the whale tail community.
Did you?
But it wasn't comfortable. There was
No.
always a moment where you had to go up against a kind of your back against a wall and go. And that's never ladylike in any way. I mean, this is how classy I was. I had one of those with I don't even know what to say. This is so embarrassing as a teenager.
God. Oh, no. I think we should just forward this entire episode to your GP, whatever you're about to say.
They're aware. I think they had. Do you remember they had those G-strings with like butterflies on the back? It was like yeah, I had one of those.
That's fine.
It's fine, isn't it?
I thought it was going to be much worse.
I don't know why I got so embarrassed.
Yeah.
I just got so embarrassed about it. I don't know why.
I think you're going to say like, oh, I had one of those thongs that's attached to like a scoliosis brace or something.
Wait, did you just assume I had scoliosis?
No, but the way you were delivering it, I was just like, she's about to reveal more quite worrying medical information. We're going to move to the weather. How do you feel about hail?
I hate it. I hate it. Why is it so violent and
It's
unpredictable?
violent.
Yes,
Violent.
it just gets you in the head, just unexpectedly. And I like that it's less wet than rain, but I don't like that it's so hard.
It's hard.
Is anyone positive about hail? Sometimes when it happens, it's exciting. Sometimes you like run to the window and you go, "It's hailing!" Like every
if you're
single time you go, "It's
indoors.
hailing!" Yeah, but if you're out in it, it also feels like you could die. Do you know
Well,
what
it
I mean? Like,
depends where you
feels
are.
like
The hailstones can be really big. Can be chunky ones. Big chunky hailstones.
we're going to be seeing more of that, I think, in the next 100 years.
I think so. Probably sooner. Most likely sooner. Definitely sooner. How do you feel? She's got a mention already. How do you feel about Kate Moss?
I think she's a bad role model, but that makes me love her even more. You know what I mean?
You like a problematic.
Yeah, she just doesn't give a shit, and I really like that.
Yeah. Because she was heavily involved with Topshop, obviously. So
Yes, of course. Yeah, some of her friendships have been with questionable people, and her. But yeah, she just doesn't give a shit.
fair enough.
Something
Fair
like that.
enough. Yeah, there's a
And she's
good
beautiful.
there's a good quality in everybody.
Yeah, I think she's kind of funny as well. She
Yeah,
doesn't talk that
has a
much, but
sense
when
of
she
humour.
does, I think she's quite funny.
I feel like she can make fun of herself.
Yeah.
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 Finally, how do you feel about those duvet sets where it's the skyline of somewhere like New York or Paris? No.
No, I do have that.
I used to, and now I'm married and I'm not allowed to choose the bedding.
Which one did you have?
A husband. Oh, thank you for asking. I had the New York one with the
New York one.
pillowcases, yeah.
See, that's classy. Like, I don't know if it was like Birmingham or something. Like, I don't know, like it would be like less exciting maybe. But New York, I guess, I get it. But like, I don't understand why you're like wrapped in it. It doesn't make sense as a concept to me, because also you can't see it when you're in it.
No.
It's too confusing for me. I think it's
I
a
see.
step up from those like black satin sheets for me. But it's still no.
I wouldn't have dark bed sheets.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I always have like
Light.
white bed sheets. Yeah.
Well, we have a set of white bed sheets, so soft and they're lovely. And because I'm the part of my where we split the chores, I have to make the bed. And it's like a super king. And the duvet cover, I hate once I've got it on the duvet, having to do up all of the little buttons, all the fasteners. This one just has a zip.
A zip.
Oh, a zip. It's a
I've never
zip,
even
and you
seen
just
that
got.
before.
Neither had I, but David doesn't like them because they're just white sheets. It's just like a plain white duvet. And I'm just like, but it's so comfortable.
And then you just like it because it's easy.
Oh yeah. Oh well. We have
Do you
to
ask the same
compromise.
questions every episode?
In the quickfire bit, we ask everyone about Topshop. We ask everyone about dark chocolate, but no, it's different every time.
The other's very
Different every time.
Yeah, that's lovely.
And that does bring
What
us
do you
to the
feel
end.
about dark chocolate?
Don't like it. Don't like it. And actually, somebody who listens to this show spoke to me after a gig and was just like, I really like how when a guest comes on and you ask them about dark chocolate and they say they don't like it, you're like, yes, good for you. And then when somebody says that they do like dark chocolate, you go, I respect your opinion.
I think less of you, but I respect your opinion.
You know what? I respect fair enough. Have you enjoyed your time with us?
I've had a lovely time. Thank you so much for my iced oat matcha blueberry.
You're very welcome. I'll be having more of these in the future. It is a treat. The reason I haven't drunk all of mine is because I've got a soggy straw.
Oh no!
There's no suction.
You just pull it out and then you can just straighten it a bit. It'll be okay.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Well, I'll give that a go. Do you have anything to plug? You're on tour.
I'm on tour around the UK, ending in London at the Soho Theatre at the end of November. The show is called Everything Always Works Out For Me because
Lovely.
last year it didn't. And I have a new podcast called Single Ladies in Your Area.
Yes,
With Amy Gladhill.
With Amy Gladhill. Lovely. Definitely have a listen to that. You can subscribe to this podcast and you can follow us on social media at I've Had a Rosé. You can also, somewhere in a link somewhere in wherever you're listening or watching to this, you can find extra bonus content and a special link that I've probably labelled something like Rosé Plus or something where we have episodes of After Hours. Will you stick around for an episode of After Hours?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Stick around for that. And there's other stuff on there as well. We'll see you again for another episode very soon. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.